Hello, in this video I come up with 5 topics. The first topic is Energy Efficiency Summit. So there is a summit regarding energy efficiency usage, and this summit is held by Confederation of Indian Industries CII and Godrej Green Business Center. So GBC and CII came forward to conduct this summit, and here there are 2 awards that are given away in this summit. The first is National Energy Leader Award and the second is Excellent Energy Efficiency Unit Award. So these 2 awards are given away, and the objective of this summit is, as the name says, about energy efficiency. It is about energy management in industries. So in industries we need lot of energy. So how well the industries are looking for the energy management, and that is one parameter of the objective. And the second one is sharing of information. So these industries which are successful in utilizing their energy well, that is those companies that are having excellent energy efficiency. So those companies must share their information about how they are taking measures of energy management with other companies. So this is the second objective of the summit. So for this particular year of 2020, the 19th edition is recently held of the summit is recently held, and the winner of this 19th edition in 2020 is Hyderabad International Airport. So Hyderabad International Airport has done so much has taken so many reforms and measures to do well with its energy management and to improve its energy efficiency. So for this reason, it is given these 2 awards of National Energy Leader Award and Excellent Energy Efficiency Award. So this is about Energy Efficiency Summit. The next topic is World's Largest Solar Tree. So India has got the world's largest solar tree. So that the solar tree is something that will be in the form of a tree that will have a stem and branches, and as leaves it will have the solar panels. So these solar panels will be constructed on branches like leaves. So these leaves will take the panels will take the solar energy, and at the bottom of this solar tree there will be batteries fixed. So these batteries will get charged from this solar energy that are taken by panels. So this is the working of a solar tree. So these energy from trapped in the form of in the batteries will be given out, will be supplied to various places of need. So this is about solar tree. This world's largest one is built by CSIR, Center for Scientific and Industrial Research. So under this we have an institute called Central Mechanical Engineering Research Institute at Durgapur in West Bengal. So this research institute under CSIR has developed this world's largest solar tree. So as we know, solar energy is for clean and green energy production, and this special solar tree that is developed recently has got special feature of adjustment according to requirements. So how much of the energy is required, only that much will be changed into electricity. So the capacity of this is 35 photovoltaic panels are fixed. So photovoltaic conversion is converting sunlight into energy, electricity energy. So sunlight into electricity conversion is photovoltaic conversion. So 35 these photovoltaic panels are fixed, each one having 330 watt peak of electricity generation, and for to see the whole of it, on a whole this will produce 11.5 kilowatts of energy at its peak. So per year this can produce 12,000 to 14,000 units of clean and green energy. So this is a huge amount of clean energy production per year. So this has become the world's largest solar tree. So the third topic is International Day for Victims of Enforced Disappearance. So victims of enforced disappearance, who are all or disappeared with involuntary without their consent or involuntarily, and who are enforced to disappear. So for having compassionate or to observe a day for them, this victims of enforced disappearance has come up. So 30th August globally is celebrated as this day. This is announced by United Nations, and the first day of first observation year was in 2011. So victims of enforced disappearance are those that are arrested without any legal backing, and those that are detained. Detention is keeping someone beyond their interest, beyond their voluntary approval. So this is illegal. And detaining and abduction. Abduction is also taking away someone without their consent. So arrest, detention and abduction that are illegally done these people, these victims are kept under the category of enforced disappearances. So, and also for the relatives or the witnesses who have known that these people are disappeared, so whoever are going to the stations, police stations and complaining, they are being harassed and they are ill-treated, and intimidation things are also happening. Intimidation is about warning them or frightening them that they will be killed too if at all they proceed legally. So these charges are also, these acts of violence or intimidation are also taken up on the relatives of those who are disappearing. So in order to keep a check on all this wrong process, this day, International Day of Victims of Enforced Disappearance, is observed by UN every year globally. So the fourth topic for today is Agriota. So as the name says, agri is something related to agriculture. So this is an e-marketplace, electronic marketplace that is developed with new technology. So very latest technology is used in this e-marketplace formation, that is Agriota. So this is basically for looking after trading and sourcing in agricultural commodities. So the source of agricultural commodities and from the source how they are traded. So to look after this, a platform is created. So this is created by the country UAE, United Arab Emirates has done this. So in UAE, the two firms that have come forward, the two organizations are DMCC, Dubai Multi Commodity Center, and Dubai Authorities on Commodities Trade and Enterprise, DACTE. So these two Dubai organizations, so they are under government of Dubai, government of UAE. So they have come forward to put up these e-marketplaces. The main reason or objective is to have direct contact of Indian farmers with food industry of Dubai. So we have a huge demand of our agricultural commodities in Dubai. So Dubai and India have a good relation regarding agricultural commodities, thereby having food processing industries in Dubai. Good demand of our agri commodities in food industry of Dubai. So for this reason, direct contact is established now through this e-marketplace of Agriota. So this food industry of Dubai will have all the traders, wholesalers and food processing units at one place. So now Indian farmers need not suffer any problems because they will be directly having contact with the traders, wholesalers and food processors at one place. And this will also eliminate the cost of intermediaries. So far Indian agricultural commodities have to go through intermediaries wherein the cost will be more for exporting the things, but now there won't be any intermediaries. So by this we can also optimize our supply chain. So the supply chain will be freely moving between India and Dubai. So this is about Agriota. The last topic for today is RoRo service. The full form of RoRo is roll on, roll off. So RoRo service is a service, transport service wherein railways and roadways will both integrate to transport the commodities or goods. So for this reason, for example, the open wagon of a railway, so the open wagon they will be carrying a lorry. So the lorry that will have goods inside it. So the railways will be carrying a lorry, and this lorry will be transported through this train to the other state where these goods have to be transported. So there this lorry gets down and goes on the road to different marketplaces where it needs to supply. So here we are using the railways and also the lorry, that is a roadway. So because as we are integrating the two transport modes, we are calling it as multimodal service. So for transporting commodities and essential goods, this is to wade away with the problem of congestion in roadways. So this is to have door-to-door delivery, as these lorries will be given onto roads and they can directly go to the marketplaces. So there is door-to-door delivery. This is first launched in Karnataka by the present CM V.S. Yediyurappa recently. So this is connecting Bangalore to Solapur, Bangalore in Karnataka to Solapur in Maharashtra, to have this transportation between the two states of essential goods and commodities. So this particular division comes under Southwest Railways. So Southwest Railways for the first time came up with this RoRo service. So these are the 5 topics for today, and thank you.